So when we speak about any topic, we have to get to definitions first. What do I mean when I say Usul Tafsir? What do I mean by Tafsir? And why is it important? For example, if I said in my workforce we have a 50% rate of cannibalization, what would you say? You'd back off and say, sorry, bro, I gotta go. Because to you, when I say cannibalization, you think of one species eating another species. In my case, you would think that the workforce is eating one another. But one of my dad's colleagues told me that he was a mechanic, and they used to work on planes. And when they take parts of one plane and they put it on another plane, they call this cannibalization. Now, you won't know this until you work. So it's in that workforce. So it's a specific term for them. And similarly, when we speak about tafsir, we need to know what I mean by it. Otherwise, when I say tafsir and I mean one thing, and you say tafsir and you mean another thing, we're just going to keep going on around in circles. So when I say tafsir, I mean, first of all, when you go back to what the root is fa, sin, ra, it means to make something clear. When a woman does tafsir of her face or fasr of her face, it means that she's taking her face veil and she's removing it. So then what's left is just the hijab, the normal hijab we see, but you can see her face. So she's done technically the fasr or of her face. What it means basically is that she's making it clear. She's making something clear. So you're making her face clear. Therefore, when we see tafsir, same thing. It means to make something clear. But what? When I say tafsir al-Quran, it means to make the Quran clear. What of the Quran? The meanings of the Quran. To make the meanings of the Quran clear, to get to the intended meaning. Let me give you an example. If you look at the ayah in Surah Luqman, when وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِبْنِهِ, when Luqman alayhi salam said to his son, وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ, while he's admonishing him, يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ, oh my small son, do not do shirk with Allah, do not associate partners with Allah. Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. Indeed, shirk, this association, is a great oppression. My translation here was basically a tafsir, because I told you what the ayah is telling us, the intended meaning. Now, if I were to say to you, we can take many lessons from this story of how a father should advise his son, and how we should give an Islamic upbringing to our kids. Now, these are great benefits that we can take from the ayah, but are these benefits tafsir? According to how I define tafsir, to make the meanings of the Quran clear, this would not be a part of tafsir. Therefore, these benefits, oftentimes we go to lectures and we go to tafsir classes assuming that they're going to give us these type of life-changing benefits that will help us in our daily lives. Yes, they may give these benefits, but if we know that these benefits is not tafsir and tafsir is just around the meaning, we can confine the meaning, and then we can, after that, give specific principles according to this meaning. So when I say the principles of tafsir, usul al-tafsir, I do not mean principles of deriving from the Quran, or principles used to get benefits. Rather, it is principles which we use to arrive at the meaning of the Quran, the intended meaning of the Quran. Jazakallah khairan.